Good morning, snow bunnies. Boy, there's a heck of a storm up on the northeast coast, isn't there? My goodness. Glad to see everybody here. I'm glad you guys still have your internet. A whole bunch don't. We'll say prayers to make sure everybody is okay and hope they come through this all right. One of my friends, Katie, that lives in Illinois, she sent me an email and she went to the grocery store. She said people were running around like chickens. Loading up like the apocalypse was coming. So yeah, I've hit record, Kim. Thank you. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Pretty sure we're good. Yeah, I see it. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my eyes are watering again, you guys. It's pretty nice here in South Texas. Chilly. It's chilly, but it's okay. Yeah. All righty. So yesterday, oh, hi. It's Becky from Power Tools with Thread, and you are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where everybody here either quilts or embroiders, or maybe they just sit there with a cup of coffee. And we've got a virtual kitchen, and the kitchen is right on the other side of the room. Please wander over. I understand there's a bunch of goodies over there. They are all fat and calorie free. And yesterday, I actually got an email that said, how do I get to the kitchen? You guys, that's just for fun. So that's whenever you go to a quilt retreat, there's always a kitchen there with lots of goodies in it, and you can wander around. So yeah, it's great to see everybody here this morning. Vienna, Austria. Woo, hi. Nice to meet you. Beatrice, is it Beatrice? Beatrice? Nice. That's great. Everybody's from around Vienna. Wow, I've never been. Always wanted to go. Microsoft pushed updates yesterday. So first thing this morning, I was getting the spin. Updates are happening. I just thought, oh, don't do this to me again. 2 in a row. That's great, Dave. You're on the road too. Where are you? Oh, you guys. So yesterday I got in from Amazon. I need to put these in my store, but I got nice little cute hubs. I am working with a promotional company to create hubs with my logo on them. But these are so that you can put this into your sewing machine, and then you add and remove USBs via these ports versus having to wear out the port in the sewing machine itself or embroidery machine. Now, you don't have to do that. If you don't use USBs on your machine a whole lot, that USB port can handle it. Okay. But if it wears out, and I'll be honest with you, I've never worn one out, but people, just to be safe, they want to make sure. So I've got this hub. I don't know if it works. It just came in yesterday, and I got another one for Spanky. And so yeah, I'm working. I wanted this cute one. It had a little tray that would pop out. You could stand your phone in it, or like put your phone on its side, just have it stand up a little bit so you could watch, a video or a movie or whatever it is you want to watch while you're sewing. But they don't have those. Will the machine see the hub as just one USB? Yes, Joan, it does. Well, are you talking about, could you like octopus a bunch of USBs on there? You probably could, and then you've just got to sort through them. You got to understand, the sewing machine is only so smart. Okay. It's not a computer. So it's only so smart. Betty Boop, what are you up to with Katie? Scan the first, save it in the ScanNCut, scan the next, and so on. Oh, y'all. So yesterday I was cutting the cuts for the Mini-Quilts, which we're going to do tomorrow at 10 on a live. The birds are not in the SVG files for that come on the CD. I got all my hearts and my letters here. The birds are not in the SVG files because you're supposed to, there's a placement line for foam, and you stitch that foam down and then tack down, and you put the fabric on top of that, and it seals the foam with the fabric, and then you trim the fabric away. Well, I don't have any foam, so I cut my birds, and I'm just going to do it without foam, but we'll talk about that later tomorrow. So today I wanted to cut the vinyl for it and show you what I was talking about on some stuff. So, okay. Anyway, ooh, it's early, y'all. I'm here. Oh, Villa Rosa Designs. You got any horse lovers? I want to show you guys. If you're looking for some fabric for a horse lover in your life, let me show y'all. This came out this morning. So there's this company called Villa Rosa Designs. For those of you that are not quilters, or maybe you are a quilter and you're new, okay? It is early, Jasmine. Yes. So Villa Rosa Designs is known across the industry for these cute little 4x6 pattern cards, okay? And then it's got simple instructions on the back of how to make whatever it is on the front, right? So, and at the top, the fabric always tells you very simply what you need in order to make that pattern. Well, Villa Rosa Designs also carries fabric. So what's really cool about this company is they have an app that you can download off the App Store for iPhones and Android. And then you can sort by fabric type, like pre-cut or whatever. Oh, thank you, Pat. Yes, as a matter of fact, you're very nice. Thank you. Here. Very nice. Thank you. I was emailing with Kim yesterday from Kimberbell, and she's all, yeah. She's like, of course, she wants me to show you guys how to make their stuff. Everybody loves it, right? Yeah, that's going to keep going. So thanks. I have a wonderful relationship with both Kim from Kimberbell and her sister, Chris, from my girlfriend's quilt shop. Okay, so here we go. Back to this pattern. So this is Villa Rosa Designs. See it down there at the bottom? That's the name of the company, Villa Rosa Designs. They also sell fabric. So I sign up for their emails, and I'm going to share my screen with you guys and show you what's coming out for you horse lovers. This is new today. We're going to go to fabric collections. Okay. So we're here on Villa Rosa Designs. It's villarosadesigns.com. Okay. I'll just show you how I got here. So this is villarosadesigns.com. Come over here to fabric collections. Click on that. And then right down here, they got a new one called Stallions. Now this is a Moda, brand new, that's coming out from Moda Woodland Wildflowers from Fancy That House Designs. Beautiful design house. But this, look at this one. This is gorgeous. So it's got, you can buy half yards or fat quarters. Here's the panel. Just beautiful. Look at this, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous. So if you are a horse lover, grab it up because it'll be gone in about 2 minutes. I promise. And then here they've got a border print that you can use. And then, or you can, here's where you can get, like if you want that on the backing or whatever you want to get. Okay. So very, very nice. I know a lot of you are into horses, and so that's pretty cool. Hey, Karen, it's your first time on a live. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, that horse panel is breathtaking. Now, I don't know how Pat does it. That's Pat from Villa Rosa Designs. She's the sweetest lady. She doesn't charge shipping. Doesn't matter what you buy, how much you buy. No shipping. Now they have that pattern club. I've been promoting that for years, you guys. I love their pattern club. You get, so these cards, if you buy these in a quilt shop, they're like $2 to $2.25, maybe $2.50 a piece. But if you get them, if you join the pattern club, you get 5 of them a month for $8.95. free shipping. So the other day I was showing y'all that I wanted to make something with this new line from Moda called Land of Enchantment. And it's, you know, reminiscent of New Mexico. Everything about New Mexico is in this fat quarter bundle. Just gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful stuff. So I was like, well, I want to make, I don't know what to make from it, right? I want something that highlights and showcases these absolutely fabulous prints. But, you know, I don't want something that's got pieces so small that the beautiful print gets lost. So I went looking around in my Villa Rosa Designs binders. And I think this is going to work. Oh, so first I went to the modafabrics.com, their website. Anytime they have a designer that puts out a new fabric line, 9 times out of 10, there is also suggested patterns, and they're free from Moda. Usually. Sometimes it's a pattern that you'll have to go look for it at your quilt shop, right? You can't buy it online. But if they've got free ones, I'll look at those and see if I could download one of those. Well, they've got one that cut it up so small the beautiful patterns were lost. And then they had 2 others that were paper piecing, and I'm not doing that. So here's one of them, Balloon Fiesta. So this one would look really nice. The annual Balloon Fiesta is in Albuquerque, New Mexico every year. So this one would look really nice. I like that it's got big pieces of fabric so that the pretty fabric can be highlighted, and you fussy cut those balloon centers. Okay, so that's really nice, but I'm not going to paper piece. So I went looking in my Villa Rosa Designs binder, and I looked at so they've got patterns for fat quarters, but I also looked at patterns for layer cakes. Yeah, Nancy says it. She's not a paper piecer either. I love this pattern. This pattern is called Candyland. See this? I really, really like this. Now this uses 36 10-inch squares or 18 fat sixths. But what I like about it, first of all, you're watching on TV and have to type on your tablet. That's that I almost watch, Karen. You guys are getting technical. I like it. I think that's great. Okay. You've reached your goal to be able to retire early. Woohoo. That's awesome. All right. So what I like about this particular pattern is, one, it's super easy. It doesn't have any diagonal bias seams. So it's just straight sewing. Just straight sewing on that Candyland. But look at how large the blocks are in the middle. See the large block? So what it is it has like the large block, like here on this corner. The large block is an aqua, and it's got a light aqua coordinating fabric, okay? And then it's got, all of this has so there's a green with a coordinating green. There's an orange and yellow, and there's some yellow to go with it. So it has large blocks of color with smaller blocks that coordinate with it, which in this case, for instance, okay, we've got large blocks of color with coordinating blocks that go with it. See how I did that? Right. So that's what I'm after. I wanted something that would, so like on this, so I'm just going to separate these out to these large prints. And then this has orange and yellow and green and blue, so I could use any one of these as a coordinating fabric to go along with it. That one's a little busy. You know what I mean. Coordinating fabric to go along with it. So that's what I'm going to do, because you guys wanted to know when I decided what pattern I was going to use. Now, what I had that other one over here. Frogs, you guys. So Candyland, I don't know. Candyland has white sashing in between the blocks. See that? It's got a dark turquoise through it, and then it's got white sashing. Okay. Perfect Moment is almost exactly like it, but it doesn't have the white sashing. See that? So that's very close as well. Now in this particular colorway, they use the same color sides. So it's almost the same pattern. Do I have enough to do both? No, Tina, I do not. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to order some sashing fabric, which is fine. Well, I picked this up at my local quilt store, so I'm just going to have to go back to Fiberworks, I think. Yeah. But anyway, if you're a beginner quilter, I highly recommend to go check villarosadesigns.com. These patterns are extremely simple. They give you a breakdown on the back where you can see clearly what everything is going to be. Okay, you get a little diagram. It's very, very easy. You want to look for one. There are some that have lots of diagonal seams and points and exploding hearts and that kind of thing. But if you're a beginner quilter, start with these. I just highly recommend. I want you to be successful. Okay, so give these a try. I think you'll be really pleased with the result. So you can, if you're an instantaneous gratification kind of person, or maybe you're overseas, you can download these off their website. Okay. So that's kind of cool. You can get the pattern card sent to you if you want, or you can download it off your website, or you can find these in your quilt store. But if you don't have a quilt store near you, you're in luck. So anyway, I'm excited. I think this is going to be great. Just excited about this. Isn't that pretty? That's gorgeous, y'all. Pretty, pretty. And that fat quarter bundle had the panel. So I have loads and loads of panels, chunks to choose from that I can fussy cut. So I'll have plenty. I think it'll be beautiful. So is Valerie here? Yeah, I'm loving this fabric. Absolutely loving it. So there's a couple of resources for you too. If you are looking for a pattern, check the fabric designers' websites. They always have freebies out there. So I just didn't care for any of those that they had for this particular line. So Villa Rosa Designs to the rescue, right? Yeah, Valerie can help me sort and match. Hi, Candace. Glad you made it. Yeah. Oh, my goodness, y'all. You'd put that last fabric on the back. I don't have enough of it, Susan. But so let's see, this quilt finishes at 55 by 72. So that's a nice little lap size quilt, right? I'll go back and get some more backing for this. If I can't get out of here, I'll just call them and order it and have them ship it to me. TV and iPad too, watching from a warm bed with your coffee and your dog next to you. Shelly, you are living the life, my friend. That's awesome. You can't go wrong with that. That's a great way to start the day or end it, depending on where you are. That's awesome. You guys are getting snow. Yeah, if you're so inclined, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I am closing in on the 70,000 subscribers. I'm so excited about that. So excited about that. Yay. Can I only download one pattern at a time? Great question, Katie. Okay. Can I only download one pattern at a time from Brother Canvas to the ScanNCut? You downloaded several designs, but only found the last one on your ScanNCut. You have your answer. Yes, ma'am. It only will show you the last one you did. I know I got over ambitious myself during, what was I doing? I think I was doing chicken salad, and I was downloading all kinds of, different patterns. Maybe it was before that. Anyway, yeah, it will only show you the last one that you downloaded. So might be handy. I have to get up, I walk back and forth, or I'm right here on my laptop next to the ScanNCut, and I can just one after the other. Yep. Get a little over ambitious. What's Valerie? Valerie says she can deliver. Valerie's awesome. Valerie Steele here, you guys. That's my sidekick on my giveaway days. I got a giveaway for you guys on Friday. I'm going to do a giveaway for y'all on Friday. So be sure to be here Friday morning in the live. And that'll be Friday. What's today's January 10th? So the 12th, day after tomorrow. Is that right? Yeah, day after tomorrow. So be here day after tomorrow. Corey Yoder, one of the Moda designers, sent me a pattern to give to you. How nice is that? She's so sweet. I love her. Oh, man. Margie got a bad IKEA kit. That's terrible. Yeah, y'all set your alarm. You can participate, Valerie. Yeah, Valerie doesn't get to participate in the freebies because she's here working with me. You know, employee and all that. Our employees are exempt. Hey, Crafty, you finished a UFO you started 4 years ago. Good for you. Hooray. Look at that. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Congratulations. Let's all celebrate Crafty Pat for finishing a 4-year-old UFO. Yeah. Oh, Ruth, is that right? It's National Quilters Day on Friday? I should know things like that, shouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, Corey's a sweetheart. She's so nice. She's got a whole bunch of patterns out. I'm going to show them to you guys on Friday. And then we'll do a little giveaway. It's not going to be like my old Sunday thing, but I'll do a giveaway on Friday, I think. So I wanted to cut the hearts, the vinyl on the mini quilt. This is for Kimberbell Mini-Quilts. I'm doing an embroider along. It's the second Thursday and Friday of every month. This is Kimberbell Mini-Quilts, Volume 1. I've got a link below to these, and it takes you to my girlfriend's quilt shop. They might be out of it, but just sign up to be notified because she's going to get them in just the next couple of days, supposedly. She said mid-January. And that's the quickest way to get the fabric and whatnot. Now, you don't have to get, if you want to source your own fabric, you certainly can. If you want to source your own embellishments, you certainly can. Okay. But you do have to have the CD. You have to have the CD because this has all of the patterns on it. All right. So in the embellishment kit for February, we got gold glitter vinyl and we got red glitter vinyl. All right. And the gold is for the ladybird's little crown, the crown on the ladybird. And then some of those hearts, that's glitter vinyl. 1, 2, 3 of them. Okay. So yesterday we cut fabric. And you can see where the birds are kind of puffy. They've got foam under them, according to the instructions. My embellishment kit did not come with foam, so I'm not doing foam. I'm just going to do flat embroidery. Okay, it'll be fine. All right. I thought about story time with Cece. I thought about batting instead of the foam, thought about it, but I've already cut my birds and that's what I'm just going to use. So see, that's the thing. Once you get kind of comfortable with the embroidery process, you can really kind of make it your own and do things. You could put a little batting in it. I could. Yeah. Oh, Cassie's going to be in the doctor's office for testing at 7:15. You have a phone, my friend, that gets YouTube. You can sign in. You never know. Yeah, you'd be sitting in the waiting room. Log into the live. Say hi, something in the comments. Say good morning in the comments, and then they call your name and go do your thing. Maybe you can't watch it, but you signed in and it makes you eligible. How about that? See? All right, y'all. So when you cut vinyl, it's a little bit different than cutting fabric. So when you're cutting fabric, and it depends, right side up, upside down, whatever. So yesterday when I cut my fabric, I cut them all pretty side up, heat and bond side down. Well, today I'm going to cut vinyl. And when you cut vinyl, I'll show you guys. Yeah, they still have embellishment kits, but they've been out of the CDs. They're going to get more. All right. Now the hat for the gentleman bird, this is like a black pleather. I'm not going to cut this on the ScanNCut. I'm just going to do it the old fashioned way on the hat. So the glitter vinyl has, the vinyl part is on the back. It's kind of a matte color. And then the shiny part, it has a plastic, that's a peel away for the plastic. So if you want to cut vinyl on the ScanNCut, you're going to be putting pretty side down. So you have to mirror your shapes. Okay. So you just want to remember that. So I'm going to be doing that. You save it to your ScanNCut folder. Okay. So let me turn this on. There we go. Oh, y'all, I got a quilt loaded yesterday on my new frame. That little winter quilt that I was going to make. I'm very excited to get that going. So Yeah Quilting has an excellent tutorial on YouTube about loading a quilt on the frame and then using Pro Stitcher. So it's pretty good. So I watched both of those yesterday, and I'm going to watch them both again. Why pretty side down? Tammy wants to know. Because on vinyl, it has a clear plastic protective coating on the outside of the vinyl. See that, how shiny that is? So you put it pretty side down, you mirror the image, and you tell the machine half cut. So, all right. So I'm going to use a regular mat if I can find one here. I think I got one that'll work. Is that sticky? That one's not sticky enough. My mats. Let's see. That one's pretty sticky, I think. I might use some tape. Hold that down. Yeah, I'm going to use some tape to hold that down. Somebody asked me if you could use the 3M paper tape on your mat. Let's see. I don't know. But it ought to hold it. So I'm just going to put my little crown piece right here. And then the hearts right here. You got your Keith Ripper yesterday, Marlene? She says it's pretty. Thank you. I'll let him know you love it. It looks like it's heat transfer vinyl. It does look like heat transfer vinyl. They want you to iron it on, so it might be. I don't know. And I'll put this piece right here. I have those pieces for the glitter vinyl on a USB. I didn't send them down from the ScanNCut canvas, from Brother Canvas. Let me zoom in here so y'all can see what I'm doing a little bit. Okay, so I've got my vinyl. Vinyl can curl, so that's why I just took some 3M tape. It is heat transfer vinyl. Margie knows. Okay. Will the embroidery be different on the bird with the foam than regular embroidered bird? Because I always had to adjust the stitches with the foam. I think so, Lucy. Yeah. You've got to stitch the bird with the foam and the fabric at the same time. I'm going to touch it and wake it up. Keep your hands out of the way. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm going to put my USB in the side. You guys asked about my little cup over here that holds my tools. Y'all, that's a Command shaving cup. It goes in your bathroom. I need my USB port. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. So I'm going to put my little mat in here, and I'm going to hit my load button. Okie dokie. Remote. See, this is why I need a camera with a remote, because you guys are like, I don't want you getting wrinkles squinting at the screen. Okay. So you've got pattern and scan. And pattern are patterns that were in the machine when you bought it. And then scan is what you would use if you were going to scan in like an applique pattern that I like to use. So what I want to do is retrieve data because I'm looking for those hearts. And it says, where do you want to get it from? You want to get it from inside the machine, from the cloud, from a USB, or you might be cabled to your computer. Well, I've got mine on the USB, so I'm just going to touch that. And now it's looking at my USB. And I didn't bring any glasses. I have some. Excellent. Okay. So on here, we have the embroidery files, the instructions, the SVG cut files. I want to say, I think I moved those further down. No, I didn't. Oh, here they are right here. KB Mini-Quilts vinyl. Okay. So I want to show you guys, that's ready to be cut. Let me go back. I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to go to, yeah, these are the ones that I made with EMBRILLIANCE using the placement lines. So I know they'll fit. Yeah. So I'm just going to tell it okay. And these have already been reversed, but I'll show you guys how to do that. Okay. So that's the design that I want. I'm not using a 24-inch mat. See if I got that little arrow there. If I do that, I can see the bottom half because I was on a 24 yesterday. So let me go into the wrench and I'm going to tell it cut area and 12 by 12. There we go. Tell it okay. And okay. Now here's where the ScanNCut makes its money. I'm going to hit that scanner bar and start. And it's going to pull the mat in and take a picture of it. Take a picture of what it sees. Let's see. Look at that. That's cool. So I'm going to take this little crown and I'm going to put it like right in the middle of that. And the hearts are fine. I want about 1 inch all the way around. It's just make sure it kind of stays where I want it. Okay. Make sure that's good. And I'm just going to tell it okay. And it says select. And now when I go to cut, I'm going to go into the wrench here. See how it says half cut is off? That means that it would cut all the way through the whole thing. So I want to go into the wrench and it should be right here on the very top one, but it's not. So I got to scroll down. Here's half cut. I'm going to turn it on and tell it okay. You know, if they should have a button right on that screen for half cut for you to be able to off and on. That makes sense to me. Brother, if you're watching, that'd be nice. I'm going to tell it start. And we'll see what it does. If it messes up, I have more vinyl. No big deal. So it's testing the depth of the mat. And now it's testing the depth of what it is going to cut on. Now it's going to start cutting. Yeah, I'll let it do that. That's cool. It is easy, Becky. Very easy. All finished. Okay. I'm going to tell it okay. I'm just going to eject the mat. All right. We're done. So, to answer the question, can you use the paper tape on the mat? Yes, certainly. That's fine. It works great. How about that? We learned something new today. We can use paper tape on our mats. Let me back this out. Yep. I was using the black blade, Patty. Plain, that's the one that came with the machine. Just plain black blade right in there. See that black top? That's the standard blade. Now, did that work? I don't see where it cut. I don't know. I didn't see where it cut. If it cut, I don't. Yeah, it did. I see it on the hearts. I can't see it on the gold. I'm sure it's there. Let me get this little plastic off. Y'all, I know this isn't the way to do this. I'm not a vinyl crafter. Do I use the teal mat for everything? No. Y'all, I use what I have on hand, okay? If something needs some more adhesion, then I'll put some tape to it. I don't get all fussy about rules. That's not how I roll. It is hard to see on the glitter. Oh, look at my crown. How about that? Oh, it turned out nice. I guess you're supposed to weed that separately, right? I've got a little weeding tool. Very fancy weeding tool I got from Amy Sews from the ScanNCut Create Box subscription. Oh, it turned out so pretty. Look. And it's perfect. How about that? Isn't that nice? It turned out pretty. I'm going to leave this kind of stuck to this plastic so it doesn't grow legs and wander off, right? Put it over here with my other ones. And then the hearts, I did those right in the middle, but I can weed those. I'm going to take my paper tape and turn it upside down. Get off my finger. And then I'm going to kind of weed this out. And that way I can use the red again. How about that? Yay, me for vinyl. Yeah. You didn't see it cut the crown? It did, Charlene, I promise. You blinked. You might have gone to get coffee. Yeah, it cut the crown. That wasn't me, I promise. That was the machine. Okay. Yeah, it's a weeding tool. Beth, you got to see this. It's beautiful. Hold on a second. I'm right in the middle. You can use a, you know, it's a pin. You can go get a bunch of, Cricut has really good weeding stuff. You can find at Hobby Lobby or something like that. Look at these. They're perfect. How about that? They turned out perfect. Aren't they beautiful? That's going to be fun. Very happy with that. So I'll put that there. Okay. So now I have more red glitter. I can make some more hearts and stuff down here. Yeah, but look at this beauty. Isn't that pretty? Who doesn't like bling? Yeah. Okay. So this, it just looks like a pen. That's all it is. It looks like a pen and you pop it and it's got a sharp little, see the point? Sharp little point right there. Little weeding tool. Like a little needle almost. It's very sharp. Nice bling. Pretty, pretty. Love it. Every once in a while, those subscription boxes come in with some cool stuff, right? Another must-have. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where she got those, but that was part of the ScanNCut Create box. Amy Bachman finds the coolest stuff, and then she, you know, puts it out for everybody. Oh my goodness. Okay. I hope you guys have blocked off, you RVers, blocked off the last week of August. I think we're getting close. I'll know on the 19th of January about our RV trip. We're going to have a good time with that. So Michelle, good tip to use the cloth tape. You know what, Michelle? Cloth tape, painter's tape, Scotch tape, whatever it takes, whatever you need to be able to get your, whatever you're cutting on to stick and stay. That is the biggest thing that's going to make your time with the ScanNCut fail, is when the blade is dragging around and it grabs a hold of that and moves the whole fabric or whatever it's cutting on. Disaster. Yep. Okay. So the thing I like to do whenever I cut vinyl, which isn't often, I'm not a vinyl crafter. Again, you guys, that's not my jam. Okay. So whenever I cut vinyl, before I shut down the machine, I go back and I go to my wrench. I'm in the wrong place. I got to tell it, okay, go to select, go to cut, and then go into my wrench and turn half cut off and tell it, okay, and then go back. I'm back to like home, and I can just go delete all patterns and tell it, okay. But that way, when I go to cut my fabric, because that's probably 9 times out of 10 what I will be working on next. But it's top of mind right now that I had it on half cut. So you always want to. Does the CM350 have half cut? Joya wants to know. It does. However, you have to, I can hear Frida, I think. You have to do a test cut. And that's the thing, okay? So it always tells you to do a test cut. So you've got to rotate that cap, that blade depth yourself manually. Yeah. Yeah, sorry for the dogs. They just came in, they're getting their snack. Yeah. That door is not closed. Hey, Thompson. Keith Thompson. Will you close the door, please? It's not your fault. It's mine.
Oh, not my fault.
Oh, it's not my fault. No, he's fussing. Yeah. Is Keith going to make the magnet wands to pick up the pins? You haven't seen them in a while, Bernadette. Bernie wants to know. I don't know if he has any more magnet kits. I'll have to ask him if he ordered. Oh, you're nice, Beth. Thank you. Yeah, they get all excited. They go out, they do their business first thing in the morning. When they come back in, they get a treat. It's a routine. That's just what we do. So, but on this ScanNCut, you guys don't, I guess the way I look at it when I get a first piece of equipment and I'm looking at it and I'm going to play with it and figure it out, I assume disaster. I go into it with that. It's going to mess up, and it's not the machine's fault. It's my fault. So I assume I'm going to do something wrong. And that just works for me. It puts my brain into a troubleshooting mode. So I assume failure. So that's why I use my scrap basket first, always. And when I do that, your dogs get excited for treats too, Kathy. So when I do that, when your brain goes into a troubleshooting mode, all of a sudden you start thinking like, okay, well, that didn't work. What else can I do different to make that work for me? And and just kind of gets you into the mindset of, okay, if this is not going to work, I mean, it does work, but it's the user error, right? That's me. That's my fault. So what do I need to do different? And you want to do everything right up front. And I think that the fear of making a mistake is why so many of you have a ScanNCut in the box and you haven't taken it out of the box yet. And I want you to get over that fear, okay? You're not going to break that machine. I'm telling you, you're not going to break it, okay? You can always buy a new blade, but you're not going to break it. With the CM models, frequently you would cut through the mat completely because you'd forget what depth you were at and you needed to do a test cut and all this. Y'all slap some duct tape on the back of those CM mats and just keep going. It'll be fine. So Maureen says she can't imagine having one in a box. Maureen, you would be surprised the number of emails I get, the comments that people leave. They get these machines and they just look at it and they're like, I don't know what to do with it. And I'm afraid and I don't know. So my advice to you, you're brand new to the ScanNCut. You've got it. Maybe it's sitting out. Just turn it on and you're going to have this main screen. And I want you to put some fabric, put some heat and bond light on the back of your fabric. Okay. And put it on the low tack mat, which is the aqua one. If you don't have that, you can put it on the, no, Kathy, those CM mats are no longer made. So you can either put it on the low tack mat if you have one. If you don't have a low tack mat, you can put it on a purple mat, which is the standard tack. And most machines come with the standard, right? And it tells you which is which. If you forget, right here, it says low tack mat right there on the bottom of the mat. Very easy. All right. So look down there to see which one it is. And then very simple to do. You turn it on. This is your main menu right there. All right. And what I want you to do, just put some fabric with heat and bond light on the back of it. Put the fabric on the mat, hit your load button and load it. It's going to go in. Don't be scared. It'll be fine. Go into pattern right here and just pick a shape. Don't get all fancy with this fancy stuff. Don't do that. Go to your basic shapes. Training wheels, you guys, and just pick a shape. Pick the square. You can make it bigger or smaller if you want. All right. You can make more than one if you want. But for now, just do the default. Just right here. Just tell it set. And there's your square. And then hit the blue button to scan in your mat with the fabric on it so you can see where the fabric is on your mat. And then take your square and move it so that it sits right on top of your fabric. Tell it okay. Tell it, please select, tell it cut, and tell it, this is grayed out right now because I don't have a mat loaded. Okay. But then tell it start. That's how simple it is to cut fabric on these. So just start really easy and get your scrap basket out or go find you some ugly tilde fabric. Y'all won't believe the emails I got when I said, break out your ugly fabric. Where's the tilde? Oh, my word, y'all. All right. Here's the question again. Anne wants to know. She's thinking of buying a ScanNCut. Which one do I recommend to do the basics? All of them. Okay. And I've got an article for you to read. Let me pull up my blog. I want to show you. And I want you to take a gander at this, okay? All right, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. You're going to go to present and share screen. All right, let's go to my blog. Go to share. I want to share with you. Okay, so this is my blog, Power Tools with Thread. Nothing fancy, y'all. If I could get a better theme, I would, but this is what I've got, okay? Here on powertoolswiththread.com, you can see up here at the top, powertoolswiththread.com. All right. Here's where you follow my blog. You put your email address in here. I'll always give you guys coupon notifications, all kinds of stuff. All right. So here in the search bar, I want you to type the word buy, B-U-Y. What ScanNCut should I buy? And hit search. And here it is right here. Take a look at it. I try to keep it fairly current. Okay. And it goes through everything you wanted to know and were afraid to ask. It talks about mats, talks about blades. It's not super, it's in easy lingo for you guys. Okay. So that is a good resource to kind of give you an overview of which kind of machine does what. So a lot of it is just budget dependent. Okay. But they all from the SDX 85. So somebody emailed me yesterday and said, the SDX 85 does cut on a 24-inch mat. That is true. It does. It will. It will. It won't scan a 24-inch mat. Okay. Only models 225 and up will scan a 24-inch mat. So yesterday, where I was cutting on that big, long 24-inch mat, and I had different color fabrics all over the place, you can't do that on 85 or the 125. It has to be on the 225 or higher in order to be able to do that. So can I talk about reversing? Sure. ML Weber wants me to talk about reversing. You bet. Let me do that. Easy peasy stuff, you guys. You bet. Okay. So I'm going to go into, we'll just do one of these patterns. And I'll choose something that you can see. This is different. Just different fonts and stuff. So we'll just choose this word autumn. Okay. So you can change the size if you want. I'm going to tell it set. If you want to change, will that do it? Is it all one big word? It is. So it's in the red, highlights the whole thing. Okay. So to change and reverse something, you have to select it. Let me add something else so you guys can see. Let me grab a pattern. We'll go into this. We'll choose something from here and I'll get the Monday and I'll tell it set. And so here's Monday. All right. And here's autumn. Now, see how the highlight in red, that's the object that's selected. So that's how you know what you're going to edit. So I've got Monday selected. Now I've got autumn selected. Go into edit. Object edit. All right. This is where you edit the object. So you can select back and forth. So right now we're in the edit menu. Let me go back and show you. Nope, that's undo. Okay. So we're going to go to object edit. Here's your stretchy arrow where you can change the size. See if I touch this. Here I can modify the size. I can change the size. Okay. Tell it okay. This is multiples. If I want to make 2 Mondays, do that. Tell it okay. Now I've got 2 of them. Very easy. Here's the rotation. I want to turn it 90, just like that. Okay. Let's see. This button right here with a white arrow with blue and a blue arrow. So we got a white arrow and a blue arrow. Let me touch autumn. White and blue arrow. I just touched it and it reversed it. Can you guys see the screen real good on that? So now it's backwards. That's how you reverse. So these buttons are very handy. And if you do a bunch of stuff and you get lost, just hit home and delete all the patterns, tell it okay. That's that. And then you can start all over again. And that's what I did for a long time was I just played with these and said, okay, let me fiddle around with this. Oh, I forgot to change the size. It gave me the option to change the size. I didn't do that. Let me go into edit, so you have an add menu and an edit menu. Let me go into the edit menu. And now I want to object edit. Okay. There's where I can change the size again if I forgot one. So then I can just hit the plus sign and make it bigger. See? And tell it okay. Very simple. Easy peasy, you guys. Just get in there and poke around. Okay. You don't have to. Guilty. Scan and cut in the box. Yeah. Okay. Jeanette, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you, Jeanette. I want you to get it out of the box. All right. I want you to plug it in, turn it on. It's all. Just plug it in and turn it on. Look at the screen, poke around. That's it. Challenge you to do that today, please. It's important. Yeah. That's an expensive machine you've got sitting there. You can do it. Yeah, so you made the tree skirt without using it. On the tree skirt from Designs by Juju, I didn't use it either because cutting those shapes on the tree skirt for the little town, those buildings are like straight lines. It wasn't a bunch of intricate little divots and crown points and that kind of stuff. This is annoying to cut in the hoop, okay? But those I started to, and it was more trouble than it was worth. So I just cut them the old fashioned way with that. So the blade won't get dull if it stays in the box. Y'all see how much I use this? It's not the original blade. I've replaced the blade one time. Yeah. And you can buy just the blade. You don't have to buy the whole blade holder. You can get just the blade. Yeah. I've got it here somewhere. Yeah. So see, everything looks totally different for you. She says it looks easy when you do it. It is easy, Mary. Yeah. So this is the blade holder. This is what's called the blade holder. And it's just the blade itself. But you can unscrew this thingy. And there's the blade. See? And that blade is sharp. So you want to use your little spatula. Inside the spatula, there's a piece of foam. See that little foam in there? And you can use the foam to poke in and pull out your blade so you don't hurt your fingers. And then just replace it. Okay. Put that in there. How cool is that? What's better, the standard tack or the low tack? It really depends on what it is you're going to use it for. I use both. Whatever works. So this ScanNCut table, you guys, my husband made this for me, and it was a custom design for me. I told him what I need, and he did it, right? So I wanted a table. The width of the table is determined by the ability to store a 24-inch mat flat in the top cubby. So all of my mats lay in here. Good morning, Frito. She's looking for goldfish. Hi, baby girl. Come here. Come say good morning. There she is. Good morning, darling. Hello. You're a good girl. She's such a good girl. Yes, Mama loves you. Yes, you're a sweetheart. Okay. She had her love. There she goes. Okay. So then underneath, I knew I was going to put some baskets. Okay. And that's nice. So I've got baskets that hold all of my accoutrement. And then the back of the table, he made, this comes up, and then it has these hinged flaps. There's one on each side. And that way, when the mat comes out, it doesn't droop off the back. It doesn't matter if it droops off the back. I just wanted a table for that. And that way I've got a really good workspace. If I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting, okay, then I can move this back here like this and get all my work done and fold this up. And I've got work here to take things off the mat and do whatever I need to do. So I have sent an email to somebody with all of those measurements, but my husband does not make these for the public. It's too much trouble. The freight alone to get one to you is quite expensive. Do I use Awesome Cleaner on my mats? Joya wants to know. Yes, I do, but not mats that have, once I zig a mat with this blue zig glue, no Totally Awesome anymore. You can only use it on mats that don't have Totally Awesome on it. You're going to create a hot, sticky, yucky mess if you put Totally Awesome on this. So don't do it. He should draw up the plans and sell them. So my brother-in-law is an architect, and you know how family is. I said, hey, Mark, would you draw up some plans for this for me? He said, sure. Crickets. Never heard from him again. It is a nifty table. Yeah, Keith is very handy with stuff like that. So this is like 3/4 inch oak plywood, and it killed him to paint it white. But that's the way it is. I said, I want a white table. He made my cutting table for me too. So yeah, no, Lynn, I've asked him. People have emailed me and begged for Keith to make the table. He's like, I'm not doing it. He's not doing it. So it is. It's very cool. Yeah. He's a pretty handy guy. He has his moments, right? Don't they all? The table tour. If you are interested in the dimensions of it, please shoot me an email, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, and I will be happy to give those to you. But really, I just, I said it needed to hold a 24-inch mat. So I think this hole, this piece here is 26 or 20. Yeah, it's 26 inches, this board right here. And then it's just deep enough to hold these baskets. So I gave him the dimensions of the baskets and the mats, and then it was born. And then he put casters on it that have little locks if I want them. So I could draw up plans in my Canvas workspace. Yeah, Patricia, I'm not doing that. What do I clean the mat with after the glue? Susan wants to know. Baby wipes. Not baby wipes, but yeah, baby wipes. Cottonelle. Bottom wipes for grown-ups. If you use a mat, if your mat gets dirty with threads and stuff, before you zig it and then after you zig it, you can start with this and then use Totally Awesome. Totally Awesome is eventually going to remove the manufactured sticky from your mat. Eventually, not the first time, but eventually. But pretty soon your mat's going to get so unsticky anyway. You got to do something, and it's filthy, and you need to get stuff stuck to it. So you want to clean it up real good and then zig it or whatever. Booty wipes. Melanie says, yes, ma'am. These are booty wipes. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. So, just, some tips, some ScanNCut tips. They don't tell you when you pull it out of the box. So can I put the measurements on my blog? That's a good idea, Joyce. Yeah, I could do that. I've got lots of pictures of it because I sent them to a lady who emailed me. Yeah, I'll do that. That's a great idea. So I'll do a blog post on it, maybe today. So if whatever baby wipes or whatever you're going to use, make sure they don't have any oil in them like lanolin, and no alcohol. Don't want that. Okay. No oil, no alcohol. Do I service my ScanNCut? No, Connie, I have not. I mean, I clean it. That's it. But to actually run it in and have it serviced, no, it doesn't need it. Not at all. So pretty simple. I mean, as soon as the blade gets dull, you have the Cricut Maker, Pam, and was wondering the difference between the machines. The ScanNCut scans. That's the big deal, is that we'll scan your mat so you can see whatever it is you're going to be cutting on. That's nice. Yeah. They all have their place in the world, but the ScanNCut is the way to go in doing what we do here. So, all right, you guys, this has been fun. Our hour is up. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I'm on the hunt for the YouTube 100,000 plaque. I know I'll get there eventually, but I want to do it in 2024. So we are finished for today. Thank you. Have a great, you can find Zig on Amazon, Nancy. Okay. You guys have a great day, and I am so blessed that you are in my life. So awesome. Love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. And tomorrow at 10 a.m., we have our single needle mini quilt that we're going to do together for February. All right. And even if you're not doing it, I hope you can join me. We'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.